Hello lovelies and welcome to my first video for the month. So I know when we see the kit and see those 5 tubes of paint, you automatically think I'm going to do a really big mixed media layout. So did I, but it wasn't working for me. So to start off with, I decided to actually go with a very minimal layout, a very white space heavy kind of layout. And I really like how it turned out. So I've chosen 2 pictures that are very similar. And I've done that on purpose because when I have photos that are similar, I like to scrap them together. Other than these 2, I wouldn't have scrapped separate. And when I saw the Adventure Awaits title in the thickers, I knew that this would be perfect for this layout. So I did want to add a little bit of mixed media to my layout, knowing that I'd cover a lot of it up. I just wanted it as a little bit of a layer behind my photos, just as a little peekaboo type thing, just to add some color to it so it's not all white. Originally, I was going to do this layout on some pattern paper, but then with the photos I chose, I just thought it would look nicer with on white cardstock and with a little bit of color in the background. So these 2 pictures are from the weekend when Cooper went to the wildlife sanctuary with some friends of ours, some family friends. And this is the train on the way in to the sanctuary. Now, Cooper loves the train. It is his favourite. And I thought it would be perfect to go with the title Adventure Awaits. Because if you've ever been to the Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary, they have a train that takes you into the main section of the park. So the park is sort of split by a big lake, and this train takes you through a tunnel under the highway that takes you to the other side of the sanctuary. And Cooper, being a train kid, loves the train. So it was perfect for the Adventure Awaits title, which is why I just could not wait to use this. And the colours worked really well too. There's a lot of that green in the background, obviously, because they're at the sanctuary and there's a lot of leaves happening. So what I've done is I have put my first photo down, and my second photo I've mounted on some cardboard because I wanted a bit of dimension and I wanted to differentiate between the 2 photos. So because when I put things down and then pick them up to glue again, they never go back where I wanted them, and I spent a lot of time focusing on where I wanted my photos. I used a stapler to adhere my first photo down. 1, it works great as an on-the-spot adhesive, and 2, I really do like it using staples as an embellishment as well. So it doesn't bother me that they're there. They're very effective, but they work as an embellishment too. And then I just shoved glue under it and then plonked it down. I do it the cheat way, but I just loved where the photo was. So then I fussy cut some of these leaves out from the bonus printables and tucked them behind my photo. So I've cut off my title. When I have a title that's on clear acetate, I like to cut it off so then I can see where I want it, because you can see through the acetate. And I can position it wherever I want and see where I like it. And that's what I did with this. But then I also realised that I wanted to put something behind my photos. And the leaves worked perfect because if you look in the background of the photos, there is a lot of leafy foliage in there. Obviously, it's the wildlife sanctuary. So it really worked for this layout. So I've just put my leaves there, and then I'm going to add my title. The only annoying part is it's 1 letter at a time. They're not joined at all, so I have to pick them off and put them down. But it worked really well, and I love that it's also in the green because there's a lot of green in the background, but also the train as well. So it worked really, really well. I couldn't believe how perfect these photos were for this layout and this title. So I decided to go with the minimal layout because I knew at some point this month I'm bound to do a very heavy mixed media type project, and I thought it would be a good contrast to then have another layout with a lot of white space. Now I know I was challenged last month not to use white cardstock, but I think considering all the really bright papers and the bright paints that we got, it was going to be a nice contrast for my work because, yeah, like I said, there's bound to be a project full of colour and paint And yeah, I just thought this would be a really nice contrast. I've printed my photos off 2 3x4s to a 4x6 photo. So I've used my Picture-Mate. So they're 2 3x4s, but I cut them down because there was a lot of negative space at the top of the photo because I really wanted to go with 2 smaller square photos. So this worked really well. These photos had a lot of negative space that I could cut off. And I still keep the majority of my picture there so you can see what I'm trying to, you can see that they're on a train. I decided to also have a bottom cluster. Now, when I have a very small focal point and a lot of white space, I do like to have a cluster either down the bottom or up the top. And I just use another one of those I fussy cut from the printables. Wow, the words aren't working today. This little camera, also a tag, like a label. And then what you don't see is I do put another leaf there. So I've got my little cluster. I've added my journaling. And that's it for my layout. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you like the whole minimalist effect because I really like how this turned out. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.